Heartstopper is a young adult graphic novel series with a heart for LGBTQ plus themes. Their author came on our show last year, and now she's back to tell us about the Netflix series that has come from it, more books, and what the future holds. Let's welcome Heartstopper author Alice Oseman and TV series executive producer, we have Patrick Walters. Patrick, welcome to the show. Alice, welcome back. You've both been busy with Heartstopper Volume 5, plus Season 3 just dropped on Netflix. How do you two do it?
Good question.
Yeah, good question. I mean, we work together really closely to adapt the books as closely as we can, I guess. We just love the story of Heartstopper so much, and we're involved in every single aspect of the production of the TV show, from the cast to the costumes to the production design. It's such fun, and yeah, we're really proud of it.
So tell us about the journey Nick and Charlie have been on in Volume 5. How has their relationship evolved since we last saw them?
Yeah, well, Volume 5 picks up the story after Charlie has been through quite a difficult time in terms of his mental health. And in Volume 5, he's definitely in a better place, but we're still seeing him tackle some of the feelings that and difficult moments that he has to do with his eating disorder, and from that, his kind of body image issues as well, and how that affects his relationship with Nick. As the two boys are growing up and they're becoming more intimate, they're getting a little bit older, and their relationship is maturing. So yeah, that's kind of what Volume 5 is all about.
And Alice, what was your inspiration to create these characters and tell their stories?
Well, it's kind of a funny story. Like, Nick and Charlie came from a book that I wrote before Heartstopper, which was called Solitaire, in which Nick and Charlie were supporting characters. We didn't really learn much about them, but once I'd written that book, I knew I wanted to tell their story, and that's where Nick and Charlie came from. I just wanted to tell the story of how Nick and Charlie became such a powerful and beautiful couple.
And Patrick, I mean, you've been at the helm of bringing Heartstopper to life on screen. What were some of the biggest challenges in adapting this beloved graphic novel into live action?
I mean, it was a joy to adapt it because Alice had drawn so much of the story when we started to think about what Season 1 could be. And I think the big thing that felt quite uncontrollable was, like, are we going to find actors that embody the spirit of your drawings and that can act really, really well and that are the right age? They're young actors. And so when we were casting the show initially for Season 1, it was the height of the pandemic. We did a massive big open casting call all over the UK that had sort of 10,000 people apply for it. And then we were sort of doing these auditions over Zoom, and Alice and I were so nervous. We're like, we're going to find these people that are going to live up to how wonderful they were in the graphic novel series. And they kind of did all walk in, and we were so happy with our cast. I think Kit, Connor, and Joe Locke, who play Nick and Charlie, are just especially brilliant. They are fantastic actors, but they're now role models to a whole generation of young people. So yeah, finding them was the key.
Yes, totally agree. And Patrick, I mean, how do you two collaborate to bring these stories to life in such an authentic way?
Well, we're very kind of, head together when Alice is writing the scripts, and we're sort of like bouncing story ideas off each other and kind of going, okay, what makes this story special and how we adapt it? And then when we get into the production phase, we spend a lot of time sitting at the monitors, watching what's being filmed and kind of going, okay, like, this feels really good. Maybe we'll talk to the director about this. So it's a brilliant, very time-consuming and all-consuming creative process that we go on together.
I love that you're watching the monitors and really paying attention to those details. And Alice, how important was it for you to stay true to the books while working on the series?
Super important. I knew that the fans wanted a faithful adaptation. They want to see the comic come to life. And so when I was writing the scripts, I was referring to the comics, making sure that I was telling that story as faithfully as I possibly could. But the fun thing about the TV show is that there's actually so much more room to put more into the story. So the TV show can kind of expand on what is in the graphic novels, particularly for the supporting characters like Town Elle and Tara and Darcy. We learn so much more about them in the TV show, and that's a really fun part of it.
Well, we can't wait to tune in. You can get the latest volume of Heartstopper where books are sold, and you can stream the Heartstopper series on Netflix.